Welcome to the Ritz-Carlton Reserve, Nekajui. Here I'm suspended over the treetops on this coolest suspension bridge. Yes, it is part of the hotel. This property offers one of the most incredible views in the world. This is the first Ritz-Carlton Reserve in Costa Rica and one of the most ultra luxury hotels in the world. We have the most expensive room of my life, one of the two bedroom bi-level suites. I can't wait to show it to you, as well as the restaurants, the pools, the beach. This place is incredible. You won't want to miss a second of it. Let's check it out. Welcome to Nekajui. Good afternoon, how are you?
Great.
Oh, amazing, thank you. Here we are at the arrival area. This is totally different from the traditional hotel lobby. This is meant to reflect a local Costa Rican village. So when we first come in, we have the arrival area here. We have this centerpiece tree. This was actually brought in special for this hotel. It is just incredible how they were even able to transport this in. But this is the courtyard space here. We have some really nice fountains. All of this stonework was done by hand. It's extremely beautifully designed. The resort name Nekajui actually translates to lush garden, and they want it to be an immersive experience where nature is one with the design of the resort, and you really feel it, from the lush landscaping to all the beautiful nature and trees, as well as all the wildlife that you see here. It truly is just a breathtaking, magical experience. And right inside here is the Casona Bar. This is the arrival area as well. It's designed to be like a Latin style living room, so it's a very classic design. Not super modern luxury, but it's done here on purpose. It's still brand new, but they want to tie in a lot of the local culture and elements to allow you to kind of experience a traditional like Latin living room here and just kind of embrace the local culture along with the beautiful design of the hotel. And as we continue out, we have the most amazing view of the Pacific Ocean. This is one of the coolest arrival experiences, to walk right on out when you arrive to the beautiful cliff top here looking out over the islands. What a breathtaking arrival experience. I can't wait to show you our incredible room. Let's take a look. And here we are at the Ocean Vista Suite. This is an incredible upgrade. You are not going to want to miss this room tour. This might be the best room I've ever had in my life. It's actually a bi-level suite. It is massive. We have the coolest room key here. It's a leaf. I've never had that before. This is my third Ritz-Carlton Reserve and celebrating my 30th Ritz-Carlton overall. And they sure made it special. I can't even wait to show you this room. You have to stick through to the whole room tour because I've never had anything like this in my life. Come on in. Welcome to our beautiful suite. And here we are in our stunning suite. I am speechless. I didn't think rooms could get better like what we had in Nekajui, and this is just incredible. It is massive, and yes, it's 2 levels. So we're starting on the first level, and then we'll go downstairs. It gets even better. This is the huge living area. We have a L-shaped couch here. We have a TV built in, dining room table, but we have to take a look outside here first because this property has one of the best views in the world. We're here in Costa Rica, and this property just opened in March, which was about 3 months ago. So stunning, brand new. Very rarely does a luxury resort open here in Costa Rica, so it's a very special place. But just look at this incredible view. We're at the very end here of this peninsula, looking out here at the stunning ocean. Just beautiful. Over there in the distance, we have the incredible restaurants, lobby areas, more guest rooms. There's only about 100 rooms here, so it's extremely exclusive. We also have the funicular thing that goes all the way down to the beach that you can ride in, which takes you down the cliffside to the beach, which is beautiful. We have some very nice patio furniture over here. Everything is brand new. We could even be the first guests ever in this room. I don't know, but it's stunning. Over here we have our own private plunge pool. Very few rooms here have one of these. So this is just next level incredible. I just don't even know what to say. And I love looking out here at this beautiful tree. It's the most stunning view looking out here at the islands. Beautiful. We also have over here 2 really nice chairs with very thick cushions, which I love. A whole seating area, so if we want to eat outside, we can. And then it wraps around back inside there where we can get back into the room. But let's continue the room tour. So heading back inside here, we're going to wind around. Now we're celebrating a special event as well, so they actually had a whole amenity here set up, which is just beautiful. And yes, this is my 30th Ritz-Carlton. I just laid out all of my 30 keys. Last one was just the Najuma in the Red Sea. So here we are, just really cool how we have the leaf key. But just every detail is just stunning. I mean, we have the different texturings on the floors, on the walls. We have all the wood tones, the lighting. This room is massive as well. We have so much seating areas. We not only have the couch, we have a huge dining room table here. It just keeps going and going and going. Like when we first got here, we were just mesmerized by how large this place is. There's so many bathrooms as well. Over here, we have the whole mini bar. We have the glasses, some alcoholic drinks. We have the waters, which are in these really cool glass containers that say Nekajui on them. We also have the kettle, espresso machine, although you're not going to want to use this, and they said that no one uses this because in Costa Rica they're known for coffee, and coming out of the little aluminum pods here, it's nothing compared to what they can make in their restaurants or for breakfast. Down below we have just some snacks for purchase. We have the ice bucket, some glassware, and then we have the fridge with some wines and other drinks for purchase. Now follow me, we're going into the master bedroom. This is stunning. We have an incredible bed, and it is framed perfectly with this headboard that you can see through looking out at the incredible view. We have these lovely red chairs here in the front, really sophisticated. I love the design. There's just so much detail to them. I love the carpeting around the bed, the floors, just, it's a work of art just being in this room. Outside here, we also have an outdoor shower. We have 2 chairs looking out that connects to the bathroom. Now this is the master bathroom. Before we head in, we do have a little closet area here. Now the master bathroom is stunning. It is completely framed by these 2 beautiful mirrors that not only allow you to see yourself, but see past to look at the view, which is just amazing. 2 sinks here, but I love the stonework, the wood. We also have these really special Nimbu hand soaps with Nimbu shower and body lotion. We just have all the amenities you could want, some nice rugs, and then we have a separate area here with the toilet, and then we have a separate area here with the shower. This is an inside shower, or there's an outside shower. We got the robes. This is one of the tubs that we have in the room, so we have a tub here, but it's cool because it's in the corner, and it's looking out here at the incredible view. Here's that outdoor shower right here. So you can be in the tub, you can be at the indoor shower, and you can be at the outdoor shower all in one night. Just incredible. We have the soap here for the outdoor shower, but you're literally able to shower and look out at this incredible view. The sun is just getting ready to set now. Absolutely stunning. We also have some chairs out here, and then you can head right back into the bedroom. It's all connected. Now let's head on back through so we can look at the rest of the room and then also go downstairs. All right, now we're gonna head back around and head downstairs. We also have a little area in there that has like a little sink, a nook, and then around the corner here, we also have like another mini bathroom. So we have those areas as well, but let's head on downstairs. This is my first ever bi-level suite, which is just insane. Even the staircase here is just stunning. We have the nice terrazzo flooring. We have this art piece. It's just, every detail is just perfect. All right, so when we get down here, we have our own little nook in here, which is like a movie area with a TV and couches. And now let's head on in. This is the downstairs area that contains another bed and bunk beds. And this is so cool because I've never really had a room that has bunk beds like this. We've not only got 2 bunk beds, we have another bed down here. So this room overall is a great family suite. It's the Vista Suite, just beautiful. Just the design work, even for the bunk beds, we have the wood here, and then it also has like the wicker, so that's awesome. We have another patio. This is just incredible. So let's head on out. We not only have the one upstairs, we have the one downstairs. This view never gets old. I'm so glad we're here several nights. We're here about 3 or 4 nights, so very unusual. Normally I just go somewhere for like 1 night, but this place really looked stunning, so I just had to stay longer, and I'm so glad we're here longer. Outside here on this patio, it's very nice as well. We have 2 nice seats here, Just one of the best views in the whole country, just stunning. And it keeps getting better because we have another beautiful bathroom down here and kind of outdoor garden space as well. Let's take a look. As we continue on into the bathroom, we have a nice work desk here where we can go look at the view. We also have another whole wardrobe section in this space here that does have the robes. The robes are very thin. And then instead of slippers, they have like these cloth slippers that are like flip-flops here. So that's actually really cool. They're very thin, but they're kind of nice because they're made of this wicker material, but just really beautiful. Now here we are into the other bathroom, 2 separate sinks. I love the design work of the lights. They're just really beautiful. We have like these crystal shaped lamps here with this very dark marbling, which perfectly contrasts the wood tones and the bronze here. Just stunning. It's a work of art. We have a separate toilet area here. This hotel has so many details. Even where the soap is on, it's a leaf. It's so cool how the hotel blends in the natural landscape with the design of the hotel. It's just like an immersive experience. Now we not only have an incredible large rainfall shower in here. This is so huge with the soaps, really high ceilings. We also have one outside on this level as well with a bathtub. It just keeps getting better. So we can be inside on this shower, we can be outside at this shower, and then we also have a bathtub here with an incredible view. And then we almost have our own little garden over here that just has these nice stepping stones with these beautiful plants. So you just feel like you're in nature. But this hotel room is definitely by far the most expensive room I've ever had in my life, and definitely the largest. This is just insanely stunning. This property though, so far from our experience, the service has been flawless, and they have so many amazing venues and activities and unique features. I can't wait to show it all to you. Let's check out Nekajui. Welcome to Nekajui, a Ritz-Carlton Reserve, one of the most exclusive resorts ever built in Central America, and officially Costa Rica's first Ritz-Carlton. Tucked along the rugged cliffs of Peninsula Papagayo on the country's northwest Pacific coast, Nekajui is named after the Corotigan word for garden, and that name fits beautifully, specifically lush garden. This place feels more like a secluded, sacred sanctuary than a hotel. It opened early 2025, and it's quickly becoming one of Marriott's most important ultra-luxury projects worldwide. It represents a major milestone for the Reserve collection, which only includes a handful of rare and hand-picked properties globally. The resort sits high above the ocean with panoramic views of the Pacific and the dense tropical jungle that Costa Rica is famous for. From every part of the resort, whether you're on at one of the 3 pools, on the balcony of your suite, or crossing the elegant suspension bridge that connects parts of the property, you're surrounded by the raw and beauty of the region. Even getting here sets the tone for how special this experience is. After arriving at Liberia Airport, which is about 40 minutes away by car, guests are greeted and transferred by a luxury vehicle, of course with an extra charge, through the lush Papagayo Peninsula. Now, we were already staying at the Andaz Resort, which is on the same peninsula, so the Ritz-Carlton actually offered to come and pick us up and take us to the Ritz-Carlton from the Andaz. So we got picked up, and then they took us over. Our butler was there also to kind of tell us about the resort. Everyone was so kind, and then of course here's the amazing arrival experience at the Ritz. We were greeted with some nice cold towels, a refreshing drink later on, and then here we are entering the main area. When you first pull up, you are greeted at this beautiful arrival casita. Now, a casita just means a small house in Spanish, but this is way more than that. It's a completely custom designed arrival area. The design is inspired by the Chorotega people, one of Costa Rica's original indigenous cultures, who have lived in the northwest region around here for centuries. So right away, you're immersed in something deeply local and meaningful. I really appreciated our arrival experience because it was very personal. We were walked around by our butler and shown all the amenities of the property, and then we were handed a nice welcome drink as we continued our walk here through the Casona Bar. Now, this is truly a special place because you can get drinks here, relax, but it's the interior design that is just so special. Here's the yummy welcome drink. It has everything I look for. a yummy drink. It was refreshing, tasted amazing. They also did have the cold towels earlier, so it definitely checked off all my boxes for just a very special experience. There was no rush, we got to relax, but one of the coolest parts here is walking through the Casona Bar. It then takes you outside where you get to basically look over the resort's main pool and out into the distance of the ocean. This resort is just so unique because it is built on the cliffside, and it has the most spectacular views. I did have a chance also to stay at the Andaz, as well as I ran down towards the Four Seasons, and I can tell you that the view from the Ritz-Carlton here is definitely the best, because we're looking out here at the two unique islands and other islands out there farther. It just adds such a unique touch. They have a lot of different public spaces here with a fire pit. This is just an area you can relax at. But I never ran out of things to do at this property. There's so many areas to go to, relax. This is like a open area grass field. I'm sure it's used for like special events. But just looking over, you can look at the amazing pool and the view. And then you can basically go back through the Casona Bar, back into the casita here, where they will then take you by golf cart to your room or anywhere else on property that you want to go. If your butler isn't available, they will immediately send another butler to escort you. You never have to wait very long at all. Everything was very timely and professional. The grounds of the property are very lush and beautiful. Everything is landscaped very nicely, and all of these golf carts are hand paved, so each of those tiles and bricks are laid down by hand. Very expensive design. You also have the beautiful rock walls, but the landscaping is very lush. I really appreciated it. Now, we were blessed to get this amazing 2-level villa. This is one of their very best rooms that they have opened. We were escorted here by our butler, and the room keys are really unique in that they are shaped as leaves. Welcome to our beautiful Ocean Vista 2-bedroom suite. When we first entered, we just couldn't even believe it. They definitely went above and beyond to make our stay special, and we really could not thank them enough throughout our stay. Everything was flawless. Definitely one of the best rooms, and I would say the best room I've ever had in my life when it comes to just wow factor. The view, not only having a pool, but also 2 bedrooms, and the interior design work was just flawless. I loved every detail, every texture, every design. They also celebrated our special achievements, and then they also just couldn't do enough for us during our stay. But here's a quick room tour. So we had the beautiful open living room layout. I loved the bedroom with the design, as well as you could look out here at the floor-to-ceiling windows at the beautiful view. But again, the wood tones, the tiling here in the bathroom, having several different showers, both indoor and outdoor. There was just so much space. I mean, I spent hours in the room and I still barely even got my fill of it. Multiple TVs. We have the outside patio area here with plenty of seating, the plunge pool. I love the lounge chairs with the cushions, a whole dining room table, so you can even order room service one of the days. And then of course downstairs we have the little TV living room area, and then we have the downstairs bunk beds. Very cool feature, 2 bunk beds up top, main bed down below, another patio, and then the bathroom downstairs was just as stunning as the one upstairs, with dual sinks, as well as a nice outdoor space with a soaking tub and another outdoor shower. Absolutely stunning. Now in the evening, I definitely tried out the bathtubs, the one bathtub the one night, and then the other bathtub the last night. Just a really beautiful setting, just surrounded by nature, the trees. You're definitely just going to want to take it in. But the view too from our little pool was just amazing. Very few of the rooms have a pool, so I definitely recommend looking for one of those, or maybe if they have it available at time of check-in, they may provide an upgrade to one that has a little plunge pool, which just makes it nice. But I also really enjoyed the pools at the hotel. Here's the view just looking out from our room. Now I also had the privilege to tour one of their Treetop tents. They have 3 tents. These are one of the most unique features of the property. Overall, the property has 107 different rooms, and they range from the villa we had to the tents, as well as even a 4-bedroom villa, which I will show you. In addition to just the standard rooms, I'll also show you that, so you want to stay tuned. Now, these Treetop tents are very unique. They actually hired an outside company to come in who is specializing in glamping experiences, luxury, to build these. And it's part of the resorts. You can book these. The prices I've seen are about $9,000 US per night. So it is extremely expensive, but they are one of the most unique experiences you'll ever have in your life. Inside, all 3 tents feature their very own plunge pool. Really unique furniture, definitely one of the most unique experiences because you're one with nature here. The tent is like built into the cliff sides. You're surrounded by the trees. There's a lot of wildlife around. The monkeys can come right up to your tent, but it's just definitely one of the coolest views. It's also very private because you're surrounded here by all the trees. Now, all three of these tents are 2 bedrooms. They have a kid tent and then 2 they're called like family tents, as well as just regular tents with the 2 rooms. This is one of the family tents. So we have the main bedroom here with the bed. It has an L-shaped sofa. Now you can choose to have the blinds up or down. The room does have air conditioning. Here is one of the bathrooms with a beautiful soaking tub. Some guests prefer to have the windows up all the time so they can see the beautiful view looking out. However, in summer months when it gets really, really hot, they actually recommend keeping the shades all closed on the tent to keep the room cool. It does have the air conditioning that works great. It's just when all of the windows are rolled up, it is a screen, so it does let in the heat, so just keep that in mind. But regardless, an absolutely stunning design. It's completely different design than the main rooms. It's its own unique features. Here's some close-up shots of the room, but I was very impressed. I definitely overall preferred the villa that we had because it did have all of the nice floor-to-ceiling glass and a little bit more modern design. But if I come back, I would love to have one of these tents because there's nothing really else like it in the world. Now, this is the other half of that same tent. It's one of the family tents, so it has bunk beds for the kids, a little play area, and another little bed. So it's just so unique, so special. There are even like a little couple stuffed animals. This other room even has its own separate bathroom with dual sinks as well, a toilet area, and its own wooden tub. That wooden tub is just so unique because you rarely see a tub that is wooden like that. It's also cool how the bed and the bunk beds just blend in so perfectly with the tent. It's like the most luxurious style camping that you will ever experience. But overall, I was so impressed to at least get a tour of this. It's one of the most exclusive rooms in the world, and if you can ever afford it, definitely one of the best places to do it at because the service here is going to be phenomenal and it's going to be worth it. Now, this is their grand villa, their 4-bedroom suite. At the time we were here, it is not open yet. I believe, though, now they are accepting reservations. But this is the most expensive room that you can get here outside of their residences. The residences you can also rent out per night. They're very expensive, but this is actually still part of the hotel. So we have a huge living area, a large kitchen space. So this is great if you're hosting a lot of people, or you just simply have a lot of money and you just want the best room that they offer. It has an infinity edge plunge pool. The other rooms like ours didn't have the infinity edge for the plunge pool, so this one is definitely extremely unique. Here's one of the bedrooms upstairs with its own little walkout patio, and then we also have several other bedrooms. Here's one of the bathrooms, really nice open layout. Here's heading upstairs. We have very nice rock walls, really make you feel one with nature. Here's one of the other bathrooms and one of the other bedrooms. The bedrooms are really nice as well. They have those. This one had the wood beams in the ceiling, very nice furniture. I love the design overall. It does, though, feel very large. So definitely sometimes a smaller room like the one we had, or even their standard rooms, are all designed really beautifully too. Now, you may be saying, Josh, we might not be able to stay in the bi-level suite or the 4-bedroom villa. What do some of the more standard rooms look like? And I got you. I definitely want to show you what a standard room looks like because I understand as well, suite upgrades are not always guaranteed. Here is a standard room. This is the Ocean Vista with 2 queens, and I have to say I was extremely impressed. If we come back and this is the room we get, I would actually be completely happy. Beds look fantastic. Bathroom is just amazing. We still have the separate toilet area here with the wooden door. 2 large sinks, and I love that they still have those circle mirror design and the same stonework in the bathroom as they have in the suite. We still have a bathtub. We still have a rainfall shower in here. Really spacious design. Now, the bedroom itself is also very spacious. I believe like 50 square meters. So that's still very spacious for, a standard size room. I love that there were the ottomans in front of the bed. Carpeting in front of the bed. You also had the whole wardrobe space here, equipped with the robes and the sandals. So definitely very comfortable. I'd say even for a family of 4, you could definitely fit in here very comfortably. Compared to a lot of other hotels that have 2 beds in the room, they're definitely a lot more cramped. You also have pretty much at every room a walkout patio. I think very few of the rooms might not have this, but pretty much all of them do. We had a table here, an L-shaped couch, and pretty much every room here, I'd say 90% offers incredible views of the ocean. There's just very few that don't, but they will definitely do their best to give you one of their best rooms, unless of course they're maybe 100% sold out and they have nothing else. But even then, the rooms are just absolutely stunning, and I would be totally happy even with a standard room at this property. Now, just past the La Casona Bar here, kind of where we first arrived, around the corner here, there is Cafe Rincon. And this is like their coffee and gelato bar. Very nicely designed, and they have lots of different things to choose from, including like main food. So this is actually where we had breakfast 2 of our 4 mornings. It's pretty like expensive, but it's still maybe more affordably priced than the main restaurant. We enjoyed like the breakfast burritos, but it's just kind of really nice in here. You have not only inside seating, but also outside seating. Staff here is very friendly, but it's definitely a great option. I do recommend. It's named after the nearby Rincon de la Vieja volcano, and this is where you can definitely not only get your morning coffee fixed, but also they serve high altitude Costa Rican beans. They also have brewed pour-over style or barista crafted espresso drinks. They also make cappuccinos, lattes. However, it's very expensive for the drinks because one cappuccino is like $10 per cappuccino. And I'm used to breakfast buffets around the world, including unlimited drinks. So sometimes I'll have like 5 cappuccinos in one morning, all included here. That would be $50. Now, one of the mornings we did do the coffee experience. They did it complimentary for us, but basically they taught us all about the different types of coffee, how pour-overs work. So it was a very enlightening experience. Now here we are back at the La Casona Bar, the very place that welcomes you when you first arrive. This is not your average lobby bar. It's actually designed as a Latin American living room. The word casona in Spanish typically refers to an elegant ancestral home, and that's exactly the vibe. It's warm, inviting, and feels like you're stepping into someone's upscale coastal residence. They have very unique features in here. It's also still very modern, yet historic at the same time. Next up down below is Mirador. This in Spanish means viewpoint. A perfect name because this is where the day starts for most guests and offers great views. It's open for breakfast from 6:30 a.m. to 11 a.m. So this is the main breakfast spot. This is the venue that they call tray-to-table service. What that means is instead of a traditional buffet or set menu, the breakfast is tailored and plated to your mood and brought to you. This can be nice. Instead of getting up every second to a buffet, everything is served to you. But it does make everything expensive because it is all a la carte. Every drink is around $10. I also did not appreciate the taste of some of the drinks. For example, the smoothie tasted really bad, and the vanilla latte was brought as like a cold brew with vanilla syrup in it, so they had to remake that. The truffle and eggs were very good, but the portion was not that large. Here's the menu. If you're a family, get ready to spend at least $100 on breakfast, not including drinks. The venue, though, it is very beautiful. This is also where dinner is served. The dinner restaurant here is called Puna. It's the same space, it's just in the evenings it turns into a very upscale restaurant. Outside here across the way you can also see the Brisa restaurant, and now these tables here are kind of shared in between. But as you look beyond the tables here, you can look out over the beautiful views, and down below even their other evening bar, which I will show you later. Definitely one of the best features of the property. It's called Ambar. Now here we are heading back around to Brisa. We really enjoyed Brisa. Now Brisa here is a more comfort food and Mexican food style. It is located right along the pool deck here and right across the way here from breakfast restaurant. The word brisa means breeze in Spanish, and the space flows in rhythm with the sounds of the infinity pools next to you, as well as offering incredible open-air views. Service was fantastic, and we actually had lunch here several times during our stay. Brisa is open every day from 8 a.m. to 9 p.m., and it's the kind of spot you return to again and again. The design and service were fantastic. The food quality was also excellent. We even preferred the food here over the other dining venues for dinner on property, including the Niri Beach Club. Now here is the lunch menu. It is pretty affordable, I'd say, compared to their other restaurants. This was a complimentary drink that they brought us. Every day between certain hours, they have a complimentary item. Sometimes it's a drink, sometimes it was like a little sample of food. We also did try the fish sandwich, the chicken sandwich, the burger. Everything was excellent. They also have a lot of different floral arrangements around the property, as the general manager used to work at some of the other ultra luxury resorts in Asia, such as Ambar Ritz-Carlton Reserve, and has brought a lot of those same beautiful elements to this property. Now down below from Brisa, we can see the Ambar. This is definitely one of the coolest bars in the world, as it is suspended over the treetops. It has this very unique wood walkway that takes you all the way down. It is open during the evening. This spot is named for its golden hue, and it's the place for pre-dinner drinks or just to relax and watch the sunset and the views. The bar glows in amber tones during sunset and shifts into an intimate cocktail lounge. It's cozy, artistic, and absolutely perfect for winding down. I wasn't able to get in on the action here when it was actually open, but I did get to take a quick look at it during the day just before sunset. This is definitely one of the coolest bars in the world and just a place to relax. It's actually featured in a lot of the photos about this resort for advertisements. It's not a room or like a main restaurant, but this is what it looks like. It is the bar. But still super cool because from here you can look out and see the suspension bridge, some of the rooms, and you're surrounded by the treetops. This is another part of the area. It's like another suspended little treetop area. It's more of like a private dining venue. So for a certain fee, you can actually have like, I think, a private dinner just sitting up here in your own little lookout deck. Now during the summer, this cliffside here is extremely lush and green. However, in the winter months, it actually all turns completely brown, and that's why a lot of the resort actually has brown hues and tones to it, so it actually blends right in with the landscape. And that's just a natural thing here on this part of Costa Rica. Now back over to Puna. This is the breakfast restaurant that comes to life in the evening for their fine dining restaurant. The lighting is very ambient, very relaxing setting. I also did have an opportunity to look at the menu. It looked like a lot of very interesting dishes. So we actually did not have dinner here. It looked pretty pricey. I also didn't really see anything on the menu that like super stuck out to me. What truly makes this resort one of the most exclusive in the world is they do have a funicular here that takes you all the way down to the beach. Now, this is actually air conditioned, and it is floor-to-ceiling glass. You press the button and it's summoned, and it will come up to pick you up and take you all the way down. Only the very most exclusive and extreme luxury resorts have one of these. The only other one I've ever been to is the Bulgari Resort in Bali. Definitely don't miss that video. That is a stunning property as well. It's truly amazing to think about how they even built this into the cliffside, but it's definitely special because the other exclusive resort here, the Four Seasons, does not even have one of these. Now, at the base here of the funicular, we get to enter the Niri Beach Club. This is one of Nikajui's most iconic gathering spaces. It has an additional pool here, and it has really friendly staff, really cool, beautiful design as well, with all the different cool lighting, open air, very casual, but very sophisticated with amazing views. I'm going to start here by walking you through our dinner experience. I was like, we have to eat here. It's a cool setting at least one of the nights. So one of the nights we gave it a try. We got there right when they opened, I believe around 6 p.m. You're kind of like the first guests there, which is very nice. I also prefer going before the sun sets because you can actually look out and see the ocean. Now here is a look at the menu. They had a lot of different options. The thing that stuck out to us was like the half chicken. However, after finding out it was a bit spicy, we weren't able to order that. So since that was spicy and some of the other things, we were very limited to what we could order. So we did try the fish dish as well as just like regular like chicken breast, and it was just okay. Now next here there is the other pool. So yes, guests can come here during the day, relax. The resort has several pools, about 3, the one at the spa, the one here, and then the main one up next to the Brisa restaurant. But it's a really cool setting here because while you're eating, you're listening to the water flowing. I also just loved, again, all the lighting. Here was like the chicken breast with the homemade potato chips. Here was some focaccia bread with some like tomato sauce on top, but that alone was like $12. So I definitely feel like some of the prices are a little bit steep for what you get. In fact, after we ate, we were still hungry, so we actually had another dinner up at the Brisa restaurant and definitely preferred the food up there a lot better than the one down here. Now, the Niri Beach Club is also open here for lunch. Definitely not as busy, but definitely recommend maybe for like a small dish, just because it's a nice ambiance. It's also on the way down to where you actually access the beach. So you will always pass kind of to the side there to go down to the beach area. Overall, it's an open kitchen concept. So the kitchen is right there, which I like because you can see the chefs in action. It also does have a bar, so during the day or night you can get special drinks made, something tropical maybe, on your way down to the beach. So that is a really nice feature. Now, as you continue down past the beach club restaurant there, you're taken down here towards the beach area. Included with your expensive $175 a day resort fee, it does thankfully include like paddle boarding, as well as you can rent a kayak, as well as they have like a little swimming area in the ocean. Just past there, you walk down where they have some complimentary water, towels. There's usually a staff member here, and here we are at the beach. Very nice that this resort does have a beach. It does have a couple seating chairs. There are more kind of farther down the beach. There also are some third-party vendors down there where you can actually do special experiences like jet skiing. So definitely watch my video here to the end because I will show you the fun jet skiing experience. I would say it's the best in the world. Now we're going to do a full circle here. We're now heading back up in the funicular to the top. And at the top here, when you get out, you do have the suspension bridge. So as you walk across, you can actually head over now to the other side of the resort. This is the side that our room was on during our stay. But this is also one of the coolest features because you can look out there and see the cove. And that also is what makes the jet skiing experience so special, is because you have the cove and the islands you can actually go around. Now on the other side of the bridge here, where our room is, there's actually a giant wooden staircase. And this is another whole experience all in and of itself. Because down this staircase, they actually have a kind of secret private pool. And it took me till the second or third day to even, it actually took me till the fourth day where I even had time to use it, because I was busy using the other pools, the spa facilities. Again, there is just so much to do at this property. I did not get bored for a second. Here we are in that private pool. Yes, it's included. They have some towels there to the side, although when I was there at the time, it was empty from towels, which is, I'm just mentioning that, but you can definitely still bring your own towels. But it's just really cool. Has a little waterfall feature there, and then you can continue down and walk down to the Niri Beach Club. Here we are back at kind of the main area, because around the side we actually have the pool facilities just past the Brisa restaurant. The pool is definitely one of the coolest because it's an infinity edge, and it's also 2 levels. All of the furniture is also top tier with the thick cushions. They also have the really neat light green umbrellas that really nicely contrast the light blue pool. Pool staff, I'd say, I'm going to give it like a mid score, because there was pool staff available that were helping you, but I think that they needed more. Also, at times, some of the dishes were not cleared from the chairs or things picked up. It also did take sometimes guests a while to find someone to help them find a seat. But regardless, it did not dampen the experience for me at all, because I was patient and I just enjoyed every second. It's very relaxing, very peaceful, and you're just going to want to take time to enjoy the pools. When the staff did have time to help you, they were extremely friendly. They even offer sometimes special drinks for purchase that you can have made. Now down below here, this pool is nice, and then it also has its own little like hot tub here. It definitely wasn't that hot. I think it's just basically another pool. I wish that they would heat it up more. But the main hot tub, if you're looking for one, was actually located near the men's locker room in the spa facilities. This one though is very nice. It does offer just the best views. I mean, you just want to sit here and look out. The view never gets old. And again, you can spend hours here. It's also just cool how the water flows over the top pool along the rocks there here to the bottom pool. Bottom pool is pretty shallow, great for children. Now here's just another bridge walk, because again, this is one of the coolest features of any hotel I've ever been to in my life. The only other suspended bridge like this was at the JW Marriott Masai Mara in Kenya. That's another experience, but that bridge isn't quite as long as this one. But this just adds so much extra to this property and resort, so I just want to give you the full walkthrough of this bridge. Now from our room, I want to go ahead and take you over to the spa facilities. From our room, you basically can do two things. You can either call for a golf cart to pick you up and take you over, or you can go on a nice walk. I definitely preferred the nice walk. It offered some stairs, but you get to walk through the lush landscaping. You kind of went up and then turned right. And then around the corner here on your way to the Treetop tents is the spa and fitness center. It is called the Nimbu Spa, and it is one of the most breathtaking arrival experiences. As this open air pavilion, you enter and you get to walk right out to see the beautiful ocean and experience pool. This is one of the most special features of the resort, and I'd say it's my favorite part of the resort. The amazing thing is the facilities here are included for all guests. The extra charges would just be if you are getting a treatment. But out of all the resorts I've ever stayed at, if you're considering getting a treatment, get one here. I did not have the chance to, but the treatment rooms are some of the coolest I've ever seen in my life, and I will show them to you. But right down below, you have this incredible vitalization pool, which has experience jets. It has bubble chairs in the pool itself. You can get a nice cushioned seat here and just relax. I believe it's like an adult only pool, so definitely less busy than the main pool, but it was never that crowded, so I really enjoyed it, whether in the morning or in the evening, and it offers the most amazing infinity edge views. Set here within the lush cliffs of the Peninsula Papagayo, the spa here is not just an amenity, it's a retreat designed to reconnect you with nature and your inner calm. It's discreetly tucked into the jungle, allowing it to feel extremely peaceful. It's more like entering a private rainforest sanctuary than a typical resort spa. Up top, you have two separate areas. This is the men's locker room, and across the way is the women's locker room area. The men's is equipped with a hot tub with jets and a waterfall feature. It also has a cold plunge pool. It has everything that I look for. It even has an outdoor shower up here. It also has a relaxation area over here with some nice orange essence infused water. The other amazing thing is it does have a steam room and sauna, and then of course inside are lockers, additional showers. It also always felt private and exclusive. Now the sauna is definitely one of the best because it does have the floor to ceiling windows, and from inside you actually can look out and you have an incredible view. I loved also that the wood in the sauna went all the way from the floor truly to the ceiling. Now the steam room is also just across the way. Now I wish that the steam room definitely could have been a little bit more steamy. It definitely did not live up to typical steam rooms. I think that they can definitely adjust the amount of steam because it just didn't feel like a steam room at all. But it's definitely cool how it has the floor to ceiling stonework. This is definitely one of the best spas, and I appreciate that it's available to all guests, as it should be with the very expensive resort fee. Now, inside, of course, after you're done with the cold plunge, hot tub, and the sauna and steam room, you can head inside here. And here we have the sinks and the toilets, but it's very beautifully lit and designed. Around the corner, we have the lockers. The reception can give you a bracelet and you get access to the locker. Here's some more like changing areas. You can sit down to get ready. You can also get ready here before a treatment so you can relax. But it's just really private, really nice experience. I loved all the wood tones. Even the ceiling here is indented with the cool lighting. Now every single locker does have a little towel, some slippers, and then they have another rack of additional towels if needed. Now from the locker room straight ahead here, you can actually access, these are both showers to the side that are indoor showers, and then outside they have additional showers. They are enclosed, but the sky is open. So if you want like to be outside, but yet still have privacy, you can go outside here to these showers. They have some really nice turquoise stonework with an open air. Now from this spa area where the Vitality pool is, they have a set of stairs that goes down here, and this is actually to the treatment rooms. These are the coolest treatment rooms I've ever seen in the world. Each of them is pretty much suspended over the treetops, and inside, this is one of their nicer ones, they have beautiful sinks, and then they have the treatment areas. This one is like the couples treatment. They have these wooden tubs. outside outdoor showers, really nice seating areas with cushions. Yes, this is the treatment room. And then inside they have the stunning treatment table, and it just looks like an experience you will never want to forget. Additionally, the views from all the treatment rooms are just spectacular. So many resorts I go to, I'm surprised over and over again how the treatment rooms have no view. There's literally no windows. Here you have windows from every single one and incredible views. Each one is unique and special. I only did get a tour of this one. Now we're going to head back up across the Vitality Pool because this is also where the fitness center is. I just love that it's all connected here. This is also one of the best fitness centers in the world because it not only has the indoor air-conditioned space, it also has an outdoor space here with equipment looking out over probably one of the coolest gym views I've ever seen. Inside, you have everything you would expect at a luxury end gym. Plenty of free weights, brand new top-notch fitness equipment and treadmills. Just stunning design. I loved the lighting. And then you also just have the view from when you're inside as well. So whether you're inside or outside, you have the view. Inside, they have fresh filtered water. They also had these really yummy energy bars. That's also part of what the resort fee includes, which I loved, because if you even need like a light midday snack, you can come to the gym and get these absolutely tasty, almost like fig bars, but they're freshly made every day along with these little round energy bars. I actually spent a lot of time in this fitness center doing a lot of treadmill workouts, and it's just very nice. It was never super crowded either. Outside here, you not only have the cross-training equipment, you also have some more exercise equipment. And then down below here, you also have another pavilion, which is like meant for yoga or relaxation. They also do, I think, host sometimes some group activities here, but it's just really nice that you have this other place you can basically relax. And then on each side, they have other equipment like mats and things to relax with and stretch with. So mostly, I think, more for yoga, but there's just so many things about this resort that I kept discovering. Here's the incredible fitness equipment outside, me doing a run on the treadmill, but again, you just have to look at this view. Nothing else in the world even compares to this amazing view. I just miss it so much. Now in the distance there from the Ritz, you can see the jet skis going by, and you're going to want to fast forward and watch the end of this voiceover because I'm going to give you our experience jet skiing. The spa at night on my way to the fitness center here, I just wanted to show you that, just the cool lighting features. Now I want to show you real quick how the resort really comes to life at night, especially the bridge. It's very well lit. It's kind of hard to get everything, but I just wanted to show you a few things, including the kind of lobby area here with the really cool tree. The lights really come to life at night. Now we're going to take a look at the activities we did during our stay. One of the main experiences my family wanted to do was go on a night hike. So we actually coordinated with an outside activity company to take us all the way to the rainforest. It was actually over an hour drive, so it actually was a long way, but we got to see red-eyed tree frogs, sloths, so many different animals, different ant species. We even saw just little snake. We saw like all the sounds of the jungle. Definitely one of the coolest experiences to be out in nature and see these wild animals. But there are a lot of different outside companies that can arrange all kinds of things. They even have all kinds of zip line activities. The hotel themselves with their concierge team can also help you plan and arrange your trip. Now, the best part, of course, and the moment I'll never forget, is we actually went down to the beach. And on the beach, they also have some third-party vendors that will let you rent jet skis. Now, we did the 30-minute session, and one of the coolest highlights of my life. This is the place you're going to want to do it versus everywhere in the world because you start here in this beautiful cove. They get you all set up on the jet ski, and they basically can take you out and you can go for a ride around the islands and kind of go wherever you want. This is the part of the resort where you can swim in that little area there. Now, I have never been on a jet ski before. This was my very first time. But the jet skis were extremely modern and just so much fun. You can go as fast as you want. But just look at this view. I mean, 30 minutes was amazing, but we were able to go all over, got to circle around the islands, got to go back and forth. Just one of the coolest things Now, jet skiing itself is not included as part of the resort's activities for the resort fee, but some of the other things are, like the paddle boarding. But I just want to highlight the expensive resort fee here. The resort fee is $175 per room per night, plus a 13% tax. This is the highest resort fee I've ever seen in my life at any property worldwide. These are the things it includes local artisan workshop that you can participate in weekly. It also includes a morning coffee and tea at La Cocina beginning each day with a peaceful morning ritual, but that's only from 6 to 8 a.m. They also sometimes have an evening ceremony, but that's only at 5:30 p.m. at La Casona Lawn featuring snacks. It includes some yoga and wellness classes. It also includes hydrotherapy at the spa, which is the access I showed you of the Vitality Pool. It includes the fitness center amenities. It includes the non-motorized water sports, including the snorkeling gear and the paddle boarding. It includes some food and beverage activities, and then some resort activities, including hikes and outdoor training. Finally, for our departure, our bags were promptly picked up from our villa, and everyone was there to say goodbye to us. It truly was a special time because we were very sad to leave. We truly made a lot of memorable and meaningful relationships and friends at this property that we will miss, and we really do hope to return. All right, now for the review of the Ritz-Carlton Reserve Nekajui. Going to start with the rooms. 5 out of 5. How could I give it any less? They basically gave us the best room they currently have opened in the whole property. The only room that's bigger is their 4-bedroom huge suite, but it's not even open yet. I got to tour it, but I do like this one a little bit better. This one is about the same price as the tents. They have 3 tents. I got a tour of those as well. It's almost like glamping, super luxurious, but you do have the drapes down on the tent all the time to keep it cold inside, because when you lift them up you get a great view, but it lets all the humidity in. These rooms are a little bit nicer because you have the glass, so you're always able to look out at the incredible view. But regardless, every room here, even the standard room I got to see, is just huge and very luxurious, amazing. Next up is Inspiration, a very strong 5 out of 5. This is one of the coolest views I've ever had from a hotel room, right up there with the best of them. It's very unique because you're looking out at these islands. You also can take a speedboat and go around the islands. That's a third-party company, but it's just amazing experience from their bridge to the views. Every part of this resort is just amazing. They even have a little hidden pool here by the stairs. There's so many unique experiences. The Infinity Edge pool by the main pool. They also have the Infinity Edge pool by the spa. Every detail is just so inspiring. 4 nights wasn't even enough. Normally at some hotels I can do everything in 1 night. We've done 4 nights here, and I didn't even get to use one of the pools yet. So there's just so much to do. Definitely I'd say at least 4 nights at this property. Next up is going to be service. Service overall, I'm going to give a 5 out of 5. Everyone gets their own dedicated butler. They call them a man too. And you basically, with WhatsApp, you message them at any time. Ours have just been perfect. Every time we message, they're able to accommodate us, give us transportation to the Andaz or other resorts if you want to go look at the 4 Seasons, any reservations you want at any of the restaurants, even little details they can help you with. That has been awesome. The restaurant staff, all the people we met have been very friendly as well. Overall, just very kind, accommodating, just felt really amazing. Finally is going to be value. Would I return? Definitely a 5 out of 5. This is now definitely like the biggest and most expensive room I've ever had. One of the best views I've ever had. Some of the best service. Everything is just perfect about this property. We cannot wait to return. There's so much to do here. It's just stunning. You don't get bored. There's so many wonderful things to eat, experience, and all the animals that you see all around, from the birds to iguanas to monkeys. It's just fantastic. You can do the beach activities. We took a day trip through a third party as well to go on a night safari through the jungle. So there's so many activities you can arrange. Costa Rica is absolutely stunningly beautiful, and this property is definitely one of the best in the world. I can't wait to be back. See you in the next review.